I have a genuine love and respect for the short film. They're always real labours of love made by people who have an almost palpable affinity with cinema and its art form, and what always impresses me about such projects is their ability to produce so much with very little. Type Till You Bleed fits into that slot precisely. It's the brainchild of Valverde Broadcasting, a growing and highly hilarious YouTube channel headed by Richard Jackson and Duncan Casey, where they do movie reviews, discussions, watch parties, and generally spill their dry British humour all over the movies that they love and hate. Made on a very small budget of £1,200, Type Till You Bleed is a short comedy horror set in the microcomputer and video game history centre, actually filmed on location at the Centre of Computing History in Cambridge. Doug, played by Duncan Casey, is hired by Andy, played by Michael Geary, to watch over the premises for the night shift. But more specifically, he's there to keep a watchful eye on the Jupiter P-55, a mysterious and ominous Soviet-era mainframe computer that may or may not have been the cause of a lab fire that killed its creators. It's been loaned to the museum for a limited time, and the urban legend that surrounds it will hopefully be a pull for more patrons. One night, while Doug is spending his time playing Street Fighter, Pac-Man, and a host of other delicious retro games, his curiosity gets the better of him and he touches the machine, which gives him a shock that knocks him to the ground and kills the power. The next night, the machine, which has no obvious power supply, fires up, and Doug begins to play a different type of game. Duncan Casey as Doug brings a funny, endearing, and mildly foolhardy aura to his character, and between him and Michael Geary as Andy, the manager of the museum who looks like he's dealing with monumental stress from family life, but hiding it under that stiff upper lip, the two of them have a great screen chemistry that delivers some moments that genuinely made me chuckle. Type Till You Bleed was a joy to watch. It takes some of its visual inspiration from old Italian horror and fuses it with some delightful and subtle British humour to great effect. The lighting and camera angles used really blend together to create that retro, low-budget aesthetic, while simultaneously feeling really modern and, considering its budget, very high in production value. The music in Type Till You Bleed is gorgeous. Once again, taking its inspiration from Italian horror movies, the score is a perfect blend of retro video game music and that soul-invading church organ sound that ultimately makes my skin crawl in the best possible way. What surprised me the most about the film when you consider its budget was the visual effects. The lads at Valverde Broadcasting had them done by Rob Myers, who had worked on a host of Hollywood films such as the Avengers films and The Amazing Spider-Man, to name just a few. At 22 minutes long, Type Till You Bleed is a perfect length for the story it's telling, and without giving too much away, its ending genuinely feels satisfying, creepy and shocking, and it has some amazing prop work at the end too. It's so clear that Type Till You Bleed was a labour of love for Valverde Broadcasting, with a lot of work being done for free by either themselves and or the people that they know and love. But it all comes together to form a great and impressive piece of work that I honestly found entertaining from beginning to end. If you're watching this review, then please head over to Valverde Broadcasting's YouTube channel, where they have their movie up there for free to watch, and they also have a brief making of video done by Richard Jackson, where he provides a lot of interesting information on how the movie was made. And consider giving those lads a like and a subscribe, because I genuinely think they deserve it. Links to their page and the movie can be found in the description below.